If you're Latino and you don't know about this song and you don't know about the movie El Infierno, I don't know right to this music. El Diablo, tema de la película El Infierno, Los Tucanes de Tijuana. All right. You don't have to be Mexican to know Mexicans. Right to this music, Los Tucanes de Tijuana. Press like, subscribe, notification, especially if you're Latino y te gustan los corridos. I know somebody out there is like, speak English. You knew I was Latina when you walked up in this bitch. Don't start acting brand new. I think this is a real thing. Like someone is showing up where all the Mexicans are at. And I'm not talking about this movie isn't other races. It's like between America and Mexico. So someone could be in the border towns and how they treat people there. Like in the middle of, oh, this is some skinwalker shit. This is when I see some skinwalker shit. Some skinwalker shit. You see this is an animal shapeshifters. This is the skinwalkers that walk amongst the borders of like Arizona, Texas, even Canada. There's animals in between those lands where people cross that they eat human, and they're not of this, they're of this world, but out of this fucking world. They take, I see an alien attacking, not like an alien. This is like an ancient creature. This alien, this thing is not, look, you see that face? There's a child with a tiger. All right. So let's just put that on the top over here. And this is like a reptile on foot. And it's coming to attack the people, but the knock on the door. Woo! Made my skin crawl. Let me tell you something, Capricorn. Those kind of entities are really scary ones. And there has people that have witnessed things. Even this is a story that when I was in the army, it's not just a story, whatever. Oh, it makes my skin crawl. This could be a whole military right here. And these fucking things are coming out. They're coming out. Ah, it makes my skin crawl. I'm so serious. Like this is amongst the place where they know, because you know the stories of immigrants and many throughout the history. Some of the story is while we're going through civil war, while we're in the middle of war, I experienced a different kind of war with a different kind of entity, and I can't explain it. You probably wouldn't believe me unless you were part of that whole tribe of army. Because, you know, sometimes, or a tribe, an army, it's just a bunch of fucking people. And everybody can feel something because the noise. There's this baby, like lion or whatever. They're felines, I believe. Am I saying the correct word, the correct term? I don't know because I don't have my comments on to hear from anybody. But the difference between a regular cat and them is the fact that regular cats purr. They do not purr. You hear like their voice box is different. So they roar. And I feel like someone can hear it. It's like, or like, it's like that. And yo, I want to tell you something. Those kinds of shit will fucking put your fucking hair all the way up. I have heard. Oh, it's doing it to me again. Ah! It's because I have heard these noises before, and I have heard it with people with me. And it's like some out of the world shit. You can't even fucking explain it, but everybody's seeing the same fucking thing. And it just runs chills up your spine. And you know, whatever the fuck you heard isn't normal. Also, I know that recently, it was on December 24th or whatever this year, over here where we're at in the West Coast, Portland, Oregon, two guys went looking for Sasquatch and they never returned back. They said that the cause of death was they were unprepared for the weather and the weather got to them. Rest in peace, by the way. But there's a lot of stories about Sasquatch, Bigfoot, those kinds of stories. And let me tell you, I've had people tell me that they've seen it. Like, I was like, whoa, no way. Really? Yeah. Like, I have talked to people that have told me stories about it and told me stories about like their alien encounters and stuff like that. And I'm like, whoa. And it's some scary shit. It's something you can't explain. Because, like, how do you explain something that you saw when you were a kid? Only you and the cat heard those noises or something like that. Or you and that one army, you got separated from the army and you had to fight like some kind of fucking demonic or weird looking shit. Look at that. Like a giant alligator too. This could be a town and there's a giant alligator attacking humans or something like that. And look, like not knowingly, they're a child maybe. It's preying on children. This could be even a city or a town, like the outskirts. There is something very like a monster alligator, a monster. It's a fucking monster. And you could hear it outside the house or something like that. Look. For one of y'all, it's a big old fucking bunny or something like that, and it comes out, and you're like, "Oh my gosh!" For for another person, it was really a noise. Also, someone here when they were a child, they used to hear noises at night. Someone's going to someone to talk about their experience. They're paying someone for their knowledge. Have you heard certain things about a certain entity that's around here? They're like sitting a person down. They're like, look, there's stories of a person, or there's this shaman, there's this person that you can meet, you can talk to, and you need to talk about your experience because there's a legend. There's a legend. And look, there's the lion as it's older, and there's the fucking the alligator or something like that. Look how it's all grown up, and damn, we grew up with each other. And who would have thought you would have became a whole monster? And also, this is like, when your child is reckless, when your children become killers and all these criminal things, and you're just like, this is my kid, like, how, where the fuck, how the fuck, this is a friend that I had, or this is someone I used to work with, and like, what the fuck? You said they did what? You said they were a part of what? Like, you said they were a part of what? And someone's getting advice from somebody like, look, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to be careful who you're hanging out with. Because those kinds of people, they come knocking at your door. Oh, my skin is crawling. Ah, it's crawling. It's fucking crawling, dog. It's crawling. You want to know something that happened to me yesterday, Capricorn? I woke up in the middle of the night And I decided that when I was a little girl, there was a girl that told me that, like, things will happen to you if you put your hands crossed like this. And this is crazy. To listen to me. When we pass on, you know, they have this style where they put you sitting like this. And this reminds me of the part of Evil, when I was telling you guys about this one part on Evil, how they were all laying down in that one place where they, like, was he at a morgue, an old abandoned morgue, and he was just laying there, but he was like something not from this earth, like the dark shit, not the light shit, because there's the light shit, but there's some dark shit. Anyways, I thought I was dreaming. And I put my arms like this. And as soon as I did that, it attacked me. And I say it because it's not the first time. I have been experiencing this since I was a child. And I'm telling you this, look, if you're scared of some shit, you can exit out. But I'm assuming if you're watching me, it's because you got that kind of nuts and the balls to be able to handle the shit that comes out of my mouth. Um, because some people don't want to know the future. Some people don't like getting into the sci-fi. Some people are not about wanting to know the truth. They want to be stuck on a rut, and I get it. I agree. Live your life. Who wants to think about shit like this? But, you know, listening to people's testimonies prepares you for the time when you get separated from the army and you're face to face with something you can't even recognize. And, you know, you ever heard that saying, like, you ever looked in the mirror and don't even recognize your own damn face because you became something that you don't, like, when did I lose my innocence? When did I become somebody like this? Anyways, that's beyond the point. I put my arms like that and immediately it came, and I know when it comes because it feels like something sitting on top of you. And as soon as I felt that, I already knew. I was like, I'm being spiritually attacked. So I said a word and it let go of me. And then I turned the other way and I passed out again. I know some of y'all are probably like, whoa, that is really fucking scary. And you're laughing about it and you went back to sleep. Fuck yeah, I went back to sleep. You see, I want to tell you something about this thing we call fear. And this thing about surpassing things that used to scare the fuck out of you. And now you just understand that it's a sign that something is happening. Sometimes it's a sign. And people will, you know, it can really freak out people. Shit. Imagine how it used to freak me out when I was only a little girl. But at the age that I'm at, I know that there's certain things you have to say, and you have to say it with conviction when you're going through certain things. If you even for a moment allow yourself to feel that fear and give him that fear, it lives and thrives off of that. And I ain't got time for that shit. I sure did. And I was tired, so I was thinking to myself, I was like, I know because I was warned the other day. Like, I get these little warnings before it happens to me. It's almost like if I can feel somebody else doing it to me and I can flat out see them in this um weird way. And they say that when we channel spirit, that we are channeling the dark things. What is it when people can do it naturally? When people are gifted enough to touch a globe right here and be able to give out static energy. And while we're plugging in our future voodoo dolls, which you do know the things that are going to happen here in the future, that's voodoo dolls, right? You do know that, right? You do know that it's a voodoo doll. A high-powered voodoo doll. A high-powered voodoo doll. They said, and I read yesterday, that the TVs and the devices that we're looking at are actually us telling our futures. And when we were so addicted to it at earlier times, we used to use these globes, and it was like looking into the TV and watching our future happen right in front of us. And while we're doing things like this, we let our body become a medium to spirits. And not all spirits are good spirits. So you have to practice discernment. That's why you need to protect your spirits. You see how there's protection around here? Understanding how, when you are popping up the future, let's say I'm popping up the future, and I'm telling you, you need to do a protection because there's something crawling from the other side that isn't of this earth. And you see how my crystal ball sees that you need to do protection. The other day, I was on a Talk to Me, and I had mentioned that I was like, I hope that you guys got the whiff of, you should have done some protection stuff. It just comes to you naturally. Your ancestors, your spirits, maybe the dark ones, maybe the light ones, I don't know. But your ancestors will tell you to do something. Because I feel like someone here could be talking to their ancients. Like I was saying, I'm listening to Mexican music and stuff like that. If you are watching me, I will assume that you know I'm a fucking Mexican. I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican. Who the fuck is so angry I'm a fucking Mexican? I'm a fucking Mexican. Yeah, that Mexican bitch. And I'm saying this because people have been saying that a lot. They hit you with the Mexican bitch and shit like that because somebody made it okay to say shit like that. And it's also a way that we have to take it because that's how many people of all kinds of cultures had to accept the fact that, shit, I am a fucking Mexican. But I'm going to say it being proud. It is what it is. Because someone has to stand up. Well, no one's standing up. Don't forget. Do you need your lawn mowed? Damn, Capricorn, I'm going to give you a long reading because I don't really feel like doing other readings. Although I can. I have time. Maybe I could do Aquarius. I'm giving you a lot of information. Also, I feel like you stand up. Someone is going to stand up for the things that they believe in, even if they're standing by themselves. Because at the end of the day, you in what army? And someone's like, oh, you're by yourself. You're like, yeah, I am. I fear nothing. I fear nothing. And it was, so, well, I was being spiritually attacked early this morning. And I was getting signs the other day about something. I'm going to show you something. Okay. And I took a picture of it because at that moment, I got a hint of something happening. And I was like, well, damn, just like that, huh? That's what it is, huh? Right, where was it? Okay, so I was really upset about something and I was getting news or whatever. And I looked up and I couldn't help but to think that what the fuck I saw looked really fucking dark. Tell me you don't see what I see. Do you see what I see? A smiley face and all that, like a fucking alien? Or like a demon? So I fucking knew I was like, something's gonna happen to me. When I got that spiritual attack, when I've had those kind of spiritual attacks, serious shit has happened. My skin is crawling again. And then I got another hint too. Let me show you something. Like, you gotta pay, Capricorn, you better pay attention to certain things. You've got to pay attention to the signs. The signs are actually given to you. I may be telling a whole lot of stories right here, but you're about to hear a whole lot of stories from different people. And it just can't be me. I'm going to show you something else. Where the fuck did I put it at? Okay. And then this also had happened to me. Hold on. And so I was only able, it only allowed me to take this video, but before that, um, before that, all the lights were going off. And it just started when I walked in. Every time I go to this certain place, it always goes off on me all the time. But this time it lasted a very long time and it would not let me record it. That was the only one I tried to re-record it so many times. And as soon as I started to record it, it stopped on my ass. So I was thinking to myself, what the fuck is going on? And yesterday, that shit that happened to me, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? The song that comes on, the first song that came on was the devil. But you want to know something? Capricorn is the devil. This is the devil's card. This is the devil will also signify the motherfucking industry. The industry. And the stars are leading people through the way. Because there's a storm amidst. Someone's mission. This is like fucking crazy. Someone's mission is to become a fucking monster because someone's like, you think I really want to do this shit to you? But I know the conversations that you have behind my back. I know what the fuck you're going to do. You betray my trust. And tragos de amargo licor. There was the one movie about El Diablo. El Diablo is Satan. They were talking about two homies that grew up in a really poor barrio. And he used to call his friend Gochi, that they started from like nothing. But the contracts that you have where you become the devil, you're the one they call to finish out that list. And look, like you think I want to do this to you, like someone's crying, like I don't want to do this. And if you watched Narcos, where there was a friend that had to do that to his friend, and it fucking sucks. But being involved in this kind of shit, the industry's cutthroat, dog. That's the Hollywood. They pimp just like they do on First Avenue or whatnot, on the Blade or whatever names you guys have. The track. There's something about the world and the snakes that live in there. What is it that the world conspire us to meet certain individuals? This reminds me like on the part where, gosh, what was it with Meech, BMF, with Kato, with Kato. But Kato was betraying the whole company. I don't know. This is just one of many stories that I can tell.